I'm gonna eat at the Woolworth lunch counter. I'm gonna eat at that lunch counter one of these days. I'm gonna eat at the Woolworth lunch counter. I'm gonna eat at that lunch counter one of these days. Make America great. Desegregate. Make America great. Desegregate. Make America great. Desegregate. Make America great.
Desegregate.
Make America great.
Desegregate.
Make America great.
Desegregate.
Good. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Now that was pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Well, I am certainly glad to see all of you here today. See, you all are exactly what we need. You're what we need to keep this movement going. So my name is Diane Lawson, and I'm a student right here in North Carolina A&T. When I first heard what was started by my friends and classmates at the Woolworths, I was shocked. Right? I was shocked, surprised, frightened. I was very frightened, but I was also invigorated because I wanted to ask people, did you really do that? Is it really true what I'm seeing on the television, what I'm hearing on the radio, what I read in the newspaper this week? See, I wanted to be involved in the movement, but I asked myself, am I strong enough? Can I really do this? So, I decided to join my friends and classmates in protesting. So, my first sit-in, I walked in this store, not knowing if I was going to walk back out again. But when I did, I felt so powerful. I can't even tell you how good I felt when I left that place. See, I had me to the mountaintop experience. So, guess what? I'm here to help you all prepare to join us so you can feel what I felt that day. You know, I was only expecting at least maybe 2 or 3 new soldiers for this army that we're creating, right? But I had no idea. I had no idea that I would have this many recruits. Yeah, give yourselves a hand. But I'm not going to kid you and make it seem like it's going to be easy for me to get you all trained. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining because each and every one of you is essential if we are to be successful. So how about it? You ready to go? That was cute. Are you ready for your first sit-in? No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you just can't come in here, sit down, and order lunch and expect to change everything. You have to be prepared. You have to be motivated, but most importantly, you have to be trained. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get you ready to stand up by sitting down. We're going to get you ready to be as strong, as powerful, and as aggressive as you've ever been and may ever be. All by being passive and non-violent. So why do we need all of you? Do any of you know what happened at this lunch counter just a few short weeks ago? Yes. There was fighting. No, not exactly. No fighting. Well, yes, they did. They did have a sit-in. Who were they? No freedom riders. No freedom riders. Students. Who said students? Yes, students. Absolutely. And how many do you think they were? 4. Okay, I think that kind of gave us away, right? Yes. Okay, so now we're on the right track. So we have 4 students. And what was significant about these students? Yes. They were what? They were African Americans, so they couldn't eat at a lot of places. So that meant this was like a whites-only county, right? Right, you're absolutely correct. 4 Negro students, freshman college students right here in North Carolina A&T, they did something shocking. What did they do? Well, they stayed up all night talking. That's what they did. Okay, I know that's not very shocking to Cosmos. I know because we do that all the time. What they talked about was Rosa Parks and how she ignited the Montgomery bus boycott after being arrested for refusing to give up her seat. They talked about Martin Luther King's leadership. And they especially talked about the 9 Negro students who were the first black students to go to an all-white school in Little Rock, Arkansas. They talked about what they could do. So they came into this Woolworths at about 3 in the afternoon. They browsed the store, they made a few purchases, and then they came back to the lunch counter where they quietly sat down and politely asked to be served. When refused, they just continued to sit there quietly and peacefully. That's not very shocking at all, right? Yeah, well, you wouldn't think it would be because it's 1960. 1960. Even though the Supreme Court ruled against segregation in schools 6 years ago, we still can't go to this store. This store that claims to be everybody's store and buy a sandwich. We can't even eat from one of these menus here. Take a look at these. Now, you take a look at them carefully now. So the apple pie is 15 cents. It's not bad at all. So, it was 4 years ago, the Rosa Parks sat down at that bus in Montgomery. Today at this Woolworths, where do we have to go? We have to go to the colored stand-up counter in the back. So these 4 young men, and you should all know their names. We have Franklin McCain, Ezel Blair, Joe McNeil, and David Richmond. See, they did what many of us would like to do because all my friends and classmates are sick and tired. We are all sick and tired of waiting for a change to come. You know, when I was about 12 or 13, the Supreme Court said that we can go to school anywhere in the country we wanted. And then my father said to me, he said, everything, and I mean everything is going to change now. That's what he said. But every day, I walk past this Woolworths, I know that that hasn't come true. So, the only thing we can do now is do something. And these 4 ordinary young men, they did something very extraordinary. They went first, so they put their bodies on the line. You know, the movement needs that because a lot of people, they need one person to wait in there and get something started. Of course, we all take chances. We take chances of getting jailed. We take chances of getting beaten up, maybe even killed. But we may also spark something. And that's what they did. They sparked something. So let me ask you all a question. Do you think it's all right for a lunch counter to serve one person, but not another person, just because of the way they look? Okay, now I'm not going to put too much money on it, but let's just estimate that there are roughly, I don't know, 100 people here. So that's a good assumption, what do you say? No? About 80?
Yeah, 50.
About 50 people? Okay, let's go with 50. So you mean to tell me that out of 50 people, only 4 people feel that way? Okay, I'll ask the question again, because I understand. Sometimes I may come off as kind of timid and soft-spoken. I'll ask the question again. Do you think it's all right for a lunch counter to serve one person, but not another person, just because of the way they look?
No!
Okay. All right. I can buy that. So let's see. How do we solve this problem? We have a lunch counter for whites over here, and then a lunch counter for blacks over there. That solves the problem, right? But why? Why wouldn't that work? Because it's not equal. Yes, it's not equal. I agree with you. What's wrong with it? Huh? Say that again? Yeah. Yeah. That's not fair. It's not equal. It's like, well, a lot of things in life aren't fair. I wanted to be short because I felt like short people are so cute. They're just little and short. But that didn't really work out that way because I'm 5'9". So I feel like that's not fair. But why do you think that segregation is something that's not fair that also needs to be changed? I'll make it, yes. Huh? Because were you saying race or the color of your skin? Oh, so you're saying you can't change your height, but segregation or the ability to be able to sit next to whoever you want to is something that can be changed, right? Okay, yeah, I agree with you. But let's dig a little bit deeper. How many of us have friends and family members who are different skin colors? Okay, maybe somebody at work, somebody at school. Okay, good. Now what if I were to tell you that just because of the color of your skin or the color of their skin, you can't sit down and share a meal with who you want to? How would that make you feel?
Makes me feel bad.
Right, absolutely. So that makes us feel all these different emotions. What can we do about it? How do we change it? Huh? Yes! Yes, sir. You protest. You know what we've been protesting? We've been protesting all over the country, even in the north where Woolworth stores don't discriminate. A thing like a picket line gets people thinking, do I really want to spend money in a store where they treat people the way they do? So things like picket lines work, and we have more aggressive things to show you today, all right? All right, so, you have a menu, hold it up, please. Straight up.
How can we get these prices?
3, 4. All right. If you have a menu, why don't you come on up here? No, don't pass the bus.